welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cassie, also known as KnittaCass, and this is technically day 0, I guess, of Vlogmas. I've never done day 0, but I was unable to podcast during the month of November, so I kind of wanted to show a couple of things that I've been working on and show some of my advents and just have a moment to talk to you guys about my making. So I do have a finished object. I don't have it here with me, so I'll have to put a photo in. I finished a hat for my husband. I make a hat for him every year for his birthday. So he likes the 100% non-superwash wool. The thicker, the better. It keeps his head warm. He works outside. So he asked for a hat every year for his birthday, and I was able to get that in time. I knit it in a week, which is a record for me. But it was all that I knit on, I think, that week. My knitting's been touch and go because of schooling. Right now I'm in a tough class. Sometimes I'm in an easier class. Okay, so my camera setting is not gonna line up to what it was in a minute. I'm using a new setup for where my camera is, and it's on a tiny little tripod, and my cat just knocked it over. So it's not the same, but it is what's gonna work for the rest of the video. So I was talking about how my knitting time is based mostly on the degree of difficulty in my classes. I am going to school to get my bachelor's in nursing. I have my associates, but it's time to get my bachelor's. So I've been working on that. I'm doing it online, so it's not on your own. You have deadlines, but you're not in classes, so you have a lot that you have to do pretty independently, and it takes a lot of my time. But I do have 2 hose. So one is in this bag that I got from, I think it was from Ambi Marie Knits. I'm not sure how she says it. She's on YouTube, and it was in a D-stash. It's a bag made by Fate's Thread, and I have 1 whole sock done. I started this sock at Rhinebeck on the hill, and it is made out of woolens and nash, butterfly something. I'll write it down below. It's the first time I've ever used woolens and nash. I've always heard great things and wanted to try it, and so I was able to get this, and I love working with it. It's a little more of like a heavier fingering, and it's just really cozy, and I can't wait to wear them. So I've got 1 done, and my second one, I am on the foot. I have been working on this one quite a bit when I'm on my lunch break at work, and I am using a coordinated mini from my stash of minis here. I believe this colorway came from Fiber MacGyver at Rhinebeck last year, but I'm not positive. I got these cute little stitch markers that I got from Wee Ones. She's my favorite stitch marker maker, and it's these really cute little sheep. So that's 1 hoe. And my second hoe is in this shark bag that is made by the mother of Wee Ones. She does not have a shop. And this is a sock. So I finished 1 sock last night. I just finished the toe. And it is by, is it Felici? Yes, it's Knit Picks Felici and the colorway Bonfire. And this is a pair for my youngest Levi. So I just finished the toe. I've got to draft it, and I'm probably not going to start the second one because December 1st is in just a couple days, and I'll be working on all my Advent projects. So this will kind of hibernate for a little while, but I really love the colors together. It's really fun. Other works in progress, I have the Stephen West Starflake. I am 10 rows and a border away from finishing. I may finish that this weekend if I get some time. I have a lot of reading to do. So it depends on if I bribe myself for a reading break or if I get my reading done and then work on that. It'd be really nice to finish it. Another work in progress is a crochet blanket that I haven't worked on in a million years. So that one's kind of hibernating. And oh, the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along for this year. I did give it a go. I really like Clue 1. It makes like these nice little scallops. I'll try to put a picture in because I didn't bring it in this room. But I'm loving the way the scallops are, and I was really behind on the clues, and I was able to see other people's clues, and I do not like it. Somebody said the other day that it's more of a display shawl than a wear shawl, and I think that's correct. It's kind of looks like a sampler. I don't like it. I'm not going to finish it. What I'm thinking of doing is finishing the scallops and then finding some sort of basic shawl pattern and like pick up around it and kind of go outward, or start at the tail and go up and then connect it. I haven't quite decided, but I'd like it to be like the center top of a shawl. I think that would be really fun because I love the way the scallop looks. Is that all I have for works in progress? I think so. So this year is a little Advent crazy. This is mostly what I want to talk to you about today. First of all, I got an Advent that was created by me and two friends. It is a friend named Teresa and a friend named Karen, and we did this really fun thing where I sent 12 to Karen and 12 to Teresa, and Teresa sent 12 to me and 12 to Karen, and Karen sent 12 to Teresa and 12 to me. And so altogether we have 24 yarns that we can open, and it's a combination of like all of us sharing together. So that's pretty exciting. And I have that in this basket. I put it in this basket the other day. My dog got into a couple of them, which was kind of a bummer, but the presentation was really fun. So this presentation is from my friend Teresa, which is really fun. And then this presentation is from my friend Karen, which is also really fun. I love how they're very different. And I think what I'll do is I'll open day one from one of them and then day one from the other one on the second. So like I'll alternate. So 1, 1, 2, 2. That way I'm kind of getting love from both of them throughout the whole month. And I put it in that basket so it's easy to reach rather than going through the mailers that they came in. And then I got, this one's one of the ones that I'm most excited about. This is the Bumblebee Acres 4th Wing Advent, and it's a tonal Advent. I don't have a lot of tonal yarn, so very exciting. One thing is when you open the package, you could see the main skein. I didn't really like that. I was really hoping that it would be like a surprise on the 25th day, but they did say that they might have an Advent project. So I'm wondering if their Advent pattern might necessitate you using the full skein at the same time as the mini skeins. And so it comes in these cute little bags, and it has the colorway name on it and the numbers, and it's just really fun. So it looks like these two colors, and then it came in this really cute tote bag, and I was not expecting that, so absolutely love that. That was really cool. And then I got, these are the two that I haven't gotten Advents from before that I am really excited about. This one is by Woolens and Nosh, and I have watched so many people on their Advents do this, and what she does is she has it caked up in here and then has the little tails hanging out, so as you're knitting you really don't know what color you're gonna get, so it's like a complete and total surprise versus the next Advent that I'm about to show you. So these all sold out and I wasn't able to get one, and then she did like a second sale, so not second in the way that the colorways are different, but I have half as much yarn as her full kit for this type of yarn. And I'll still be able to make a full pair of socks because as she advertised it, you would be able to make 2 pairs of socks with the other one, or you'd be able to make a pair of tall socks and these would be a pair of short socks. I can't quite remember, but this comes in this cute little bag. It's going to be perfect for a sock project. And it did come with a coordinating mini skein. And I'm actually ahead of the game this year. I think I'm just so excited for Christmas. So I actually have both of my cuffs done, and I'm going to be knitting these socks on 9-inch, and I'm going to be knitting these socks on double pointed needles, which I haven't done in a while, and I really think it's fun. And then I've got them in these cute little, what do you even call these? Needle pouches? Needle holders? I'm not sure. But I have both the cuffs for that, so day one I will be ready to do the first stripe. Okay. And then the next one I have in a bag by Hannah Designs, and I bought this with some coordinating yarn at Rhinebeck this past year, but I'm not using the yarn that came in it. I'm using this bag for my Cozy Knitter Advent. And so I won't show the yarn because it might surprise, like it might give away the surprise, but I do have it caked up in 2 different cakes, and I've done the cuffs. So I've got this coordinating cuff, which is a leftover from one of the projects that I'm not sure what it is. And I weighed it, and I definitely have enough for cuffs, heels, and toes. So I've got my cuffs ready. So I'm ready for the first stripe on Cozy Knitters as well. And both the Woolens and Nosh and Cozy Knitter are 24-day Advent stripes. And I've got those 2 projects, my striping socks, in this float tote that I made. And I also threw in, because I think my hands are going to get really dry, some, what do they call it? Shepherdess body butter. It's honey almond. I love it. The good thing about it is it's really good hydration. The bad thing about it is you have to let it sit for a good 5 minutes before you can pick up your knitting again. But this time of year in the winter, it's worth it. And then also in the float tote, I have this bag that I got from Coven Collective last year. And I put all of my Christmas progress keepers and stitch markers in here, so I can just kind of pull them out for my patterns. And then I got Yarn Cafe Creations, The Princess Bride. I love the Princess Bride movie. So these are the minis, and as you can see, I already peeked in and saw clue one, so sorry. And so there's 24 minis and a full skein, and the theme is The Princess Bride, which if you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it. It's really good. And then, let's see. This one, I have an Advent from my sister. It's not yarn. So what she said is a combination of things she bought, a combination of things she had, and a combination of things that she made. And the presentation, let's see if I can do this without showing the mailing labels. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Whoops, I'm knocking some over. So I'm very excited. It's very heavy. So I think that's really, really sweet. I don't know what to send her, but I've got to come up with something really good because that's just amazing. So I have plenty to show, even if it's just opening Advents. I did realize that I have my scallop here. So I was talking at the beginning of this about the scallop piece that I like for the Stephen West mystery shawl this year. And this is what it looks like. And so it's going to be even more gorgeous when it's stretched out. I really like it. There's going to be 6 total. So at some point I will finish them and make a shawl from it. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? Oh, I want to let you know that I have picked out my Advent shawl that I'm going to use with the Bumblebee Acres 4th Wing yarn. And I don't remember the name of it. This is what happens when you sit down and decide that you're going to do like an impromptu podcast mini cast thing, is you don't write anything down. So I will put a picture and tell you the name of it, but it is a shawl and it has striped columns, and it's kind of squiggly-ish, and it's made, I think, just with 12 colors, but you repeat a couple colors, and I will be able to do it with 24 colors. It was on Nitty Natty's video. She does a video every year about like some Advent projects that you could try, and I found it from that video. And so that's probably a good idea of what I have to do today. I should look it up, print it out, and pull out my needles and a project bag so that I am ready to go. Yeah, that's it. Tell me who you're gonna watch for Vlogmas this year. I love watching Vlogmas. especially like when they're kind of on the shorter side. I don't mind a long one, but if it's on the shorter side, I can kind of sneak a couple in a day. And I just love seeing like what people's advents are, what they're opening, and just like a little sneak peek of the day in their life, what projects they're working on. So let me know who you're watching so that I can check them out as well. I hope that you stick around and check out my Vlogmas through the month of December, and I will see you again on December 1st. Happy making! Bye!